Welcome into the In the Money podcast. I'm Tom Leach, along with Keeneland's director of simulcasting, Jim Goodman. And throughout the Keeneland meets, as we did last fall, we will do a simulcast for each racing day at Keeneland. Now, we will also still have our separate In the Money podcast for the Saturday stakes races from New York and California in a separate podcast. But, Jim, we want to take a look at the Transylvania Stakes, the opening day stake on the turf for 3-year-olds. Full field, really good betting race, usually is. And then we'll take a look at the late pick 4 as well. Who do you like in the Transylvania?
The Transylvania turned up really tough, and you look at the horses coming out of the Palm Beach at Tampa, and I think any of those 3 horses could win. But the one that I really liked is Drawn Outside with Rosario. Can't help believing, but I think he may have the most upside, but I don't think he may get up at a mile and 16th. He comes from way out of it, and he didn't get up in the Palm Beach. So I'm going to toss him, but Storm and Empty could make the lead and take him a long way. Pluven is the one I really like out of Palm Beach. I think I picked him that day, the 8-horse. But I'm going to take Global View. Global View is the 9-horse. He was a good second to Bobby's Kitten last out. He continues to improve. Lescano keeps the mount for Tommy Proctor, and I really like the 9-horse Global View in this spot.
I'm going to take a price in here, and I'm going to use all the ones you mentioned with him, but I'm going to try Woodfield Springs. I watched this horse's last race when he broke his maiden at Gulfstream, and he was ultra impressive. Huge jump up in the buyer figure, and I did an interview with Rusty Arnold before I left to come down here to Dallas, and it's on the Keeneland YouTube channel. He wanted to run this horse in the Bluegrass Stakes, and because he'd only won a maiden race, they told him he wasn't going to make it into the field, most likely. So he ended up putting the horse in here, but clearly they have a real high opinion of this horse. He's got a really bright future, and I was just so impressed with that last race that if he's as good as he looked in that last race, and he wins this, you won't get the price next time that you're going to get in the Transylvania. So with that in mind, I'm going to take a shot with Woodfield Springs, and I'm going to use it with 3 horses you mentioned, 8, 10, and 9. Pluven was the one that I started to go with. And then the 1 horse I would use in there as well, but the 3 will be my key in the exactas, Woodfield Springs. Now let's take a look at the late pick 4, and it starts in race 7, and I used 3 horses in the first leg. Prime for Passion for Jonathan Shepard. When he uses Rosie Napravnik to ride, that's usually a pretty potent combo. So I think Prime for Passion is dangerous in there. I like the 8 and the 7 as well. And the next leg, the 3, 2, and 1, Bella Castini's the 3 I liked probably the most, but I thought those were all pretty even. I used all 5 of the horses that I mentioned in the feature race. Woodfield Springs, the 3 plus the 8, 9, 10, and the 1. And then I'm going to single the Ramsey Pletcher combo in the last race, which is Aunt Ruby's Kitten. And if I can get a price or 2 in that one of those first 3 legs or more, then I'll take my stand with what appears to be a short price on Aunt Ruby's Kitten. What's your late pick 4 ticket look like?
You're going on a limb there, picking Pletcher and Ramsey, aren't you?
Didn't I?
nothing like a little chalk in the end. I liked in the first race.
If I've got 3 of them right, I want to feel confident in the 4th leg.
I understand that, believe me. In the first leg, I went 3 deep with Absolute Crackers as my top choice. Got a win on the course. Grand Motion, Joel Rosario, looks to be a short price. And a short ticket, I might even single Absolute Crackers. But I'd also use your horse Prime for Passion. Idle since the Raven run in October, but obviously likes Keeneland, but the turf is a question. And Dave Marie ran well in October before winning impressively at Churchill. So I'd go 2, 7, 10 there. I think the second leg is a 2-horse race with Bella Cassini and Street Girl. They're definitely the class of the field. Bella Cassini exits the 2 near misses at Churchill. Street Girl ran 2 behind close hatches in the Grade 1 Cotillion at Philadelphia Park. So 3, 4 in the second leg with my horses 8, 9, 10, Pluven, Storm and Empty, and Global View in the third. And then I'd go 5 deep in the end with your horse, the Ramsey horse, Aunt Ruby's Kitten, along with the 2, 5, 8, 10, which that would cover me. The School on the Hill is a Wayne Catalan on the outside. Command Force, one on the Woodbine Poly, and I'd also use the Maserati as a price, the 8-horse for Kennington Peak. So I would actually go 4 deep, 2, 5, 8, 10 there. So that's a $36 ticket. 2, 7, 10 with 3, 4 with 8, 9, 10 with 2, 5, 8, 10.
I think mine would for $1 would be $45, 3 by 3 by 5 by one. So that's how we see it on the opening day at Keeneland. Don't forget to go to Keeneland.com and see all the expert picks. I've got my picks up for every race. You can see Katie, Mike Battaglia, and then Jeremy Plonk does a great job of analyzing how the track has played historically and how it plays this meet as it unfolds. So Keeneland.com for that. Make sure your KeenelandSelect.com accounts are fully funded for the meet. Never know when you'll find a good thing, and if you can't get to the track, you can play it that way. We'll see you with another edition for the next racing card at Keeneland on the In the Money podcast at KeenelandSelect.com.